Mina, konbanwa, JesusFreakinGamer here, back with more Dark Souls 3 and my good friend Robert. And we were just discussing music off camera between episodes, and one thing that I would fault Miyazaki for in the series is the incredible lack of music. Like, the music is so fucking good when it plays. At the opening, at the selection screen, character select screen, at the hub, and at every boss. And that was it for 1 and 2. Nowhere else.
Yeah.
He says in this game some areas
but see,
have
this
music.
is the thing. There is such thing as having too much of a good thing, and I think music's included. If every single area that you went into had a different audio track, I think it'd be taken for granted. I think people wouldn't notice it as much. It would just fall in as part of the background. Whereas when you go into a boss arena and badass music kicks in, then okay, this is this is something you notice. For example, best example I can think of for this is the new Doom game. The new Doom game is awesome. And for most of the people that like games like Doom, think the new soundtrack is great.
I'm a huge metal fan, by the way.
It is heavy metal as you are just blowing blood everywhere with a shotgun. And it's awesome. But, in my recollection, after playing the game, there's, I think, 15 levels in the new Doom game. After the second one, I stopped noticing the music.
Huh.
Even though there's a different track for every level, it fell into the background. I just stopped noticing it. I started paying more attention to the gameplay and stopped listening to the music. Every now and again, when an interesting fight popped in and the music kicked up, then I noticed it for a little bit. But throughout the level, music's playing the entire time. I just stopped noticing it. And I feel as though that would do a similar thing with Dark Souls. Also, keep in mind that through Dark Souls, audio cues are a big thing. When you're in the middle of combat, you know an enemy's dead because you hear the shink noise.
Okay.
That sounds like a sword sheathing. You know an enemy's dead if you hear that noise. That can be blurred by the music. Hearing dragons off in the distance, or hearing a crossbow fire in the distance, could be drowned out by music everywhere. I think it'd be a disservice to the game to have music in every location, or even most of them. Because not only would it be ignored, I feel like it'd drown out a lot of audio cues that are damn near necessary.
You can always fine-tune your audio cues. And I understand silence is ambience. I get that. But to have continuous silence throughout the whole game, this is not real life. It's a cinematic experience.
Dark Souls is not cinematic. Dark Souls is not a cinematic experience.
Super Mario Brothers 1 is a cinematic experience.
No, it is not. Games like, I would say The Last of Us is a cinematic experience.
Any video game. Any media.
No. I would not call most video games cinematic experiences. I just wouldn't. They're not cinematic. Now, this has cinematic moments. Like the cinematic opening.
Yeah.
The intros to some boss fights being cinematic. I would not consider a video game in its entirety cinematic. And I can't think of very many games outside of very story-driven ones that would be. Like The Last of Us or Beyond Two Souls, as much shit as that game is. The Walking Dead Telltale series is very cinematic. Life is Strange. I've been talking to him about that recently because you're a big fan of story-driven games, especially ones that pull on your heartstrings, and Life is Strange is a very big one. Those are cinematic games. I wouldn't consider most video games to be cinematic. Like, I would not consider. I wouldn't consider like a fighting game or a racing game or a shooter to be cinematic. I wouldn't consider Dark Souls to be cinematic either.
There we just disagree then. For me, any form of media that is designed as entertainment, music is one of the leading driving force. I mean, it behind the visuals, and if it's good enough, it can tie with the visuals to make the experience good or bad. Music cannot be underestimated in its importance to the appeal that the media has for you.
So then is music in and of itself cinematic? Because I would say no to that as well.
I would say no to that.
Why not? Music's a form of media. Music is a form of telling a story in some cases.
When there are words, yes. When there are lyrics, yes. Music, like...
You said when there are words, and I pictured STFU. By Filthy Frank. It was that cinematic, Brandon.
Papa Frank desu! Yoroshiku onegaishimasu! But no. Fuck, God. we were listening to some Filthy Frank music.
It's so
good.
So good.
Prior to playing this game, but wow, that sidetracked me really bad.
And I'm thinking of
music.
See, to me, a cinematic involves.
This is his last day here. I don't give a fuck if not much gameplay is done today. I'm enjoying my time with him.
To me,
hopefully you guys will enjoy it with us. That's the goal here. If you don't like this type of video, feel free to click away, even dislike if you please. But that's what we're doing with these first few Dark Souls 3 videos. So,
it's hard. It's hard for me to describe things to be cinematic.
Does it have to be very specifically like story driven?
No. Cinematic enough to elicit a special response. Like, alright, cinematic, you said that when there are no words, no, for music.
If, like, just
But
music.
when I think of music that I would consider cinematic, some of the main ones that pop into my head would be, like, classical music, like Mozart, or
those
things like that. Even though I don't listen to those on a regular basis. I wasn't born in 1600, but but in terms of a cinematic experience, I would say those offer more of a cinematic experience than most songs with words in them.
I completely disagree. I literally. This is a personal story. I don't mind sharing it on camera. It's not like, oh my gosh, deep dark secret. But no, when I was not a Christian, I thought music was the stupidest thing in the world because there was no point to it. It didn't mean anything, and most lyrics, yeah, you're singing about a world that's going to disappear, it's going to fade away. And I'm talking about this one, not Dark Souls. So who gives a fuck? It's pointless and stupid. When I discovered Jesus, and I found out about praise and worship songs that have substance, songs that actually he listens to, that he cares about, songs that reflected a newfound faith that I had, I was like, wait a minute. This shit matters.
It's odd that we have drawn such direct parallels. When I was a Christian, I cared about this world much less than I do now. Much less. Because why would I? This world's a training ground.
Okay.
Once I'm dead is when I really get to live.
Okay.
That's what I considered it when I was a Christian. You know, this world is the spiritual equivalent to being in your mother's womb. This means next to nothing in the grand scheme of things. When I was a Christian,
yeah,
you know, like when I go to heaven, that is when my real life starts. That's why I always thought. Then when I stopped being a Christian, I started caring more about humans, more about the planet, more about everything physically here. And I understand the opinion of why there's nothing more. You know, like once you're dead, you're dead. That's all it is. And and I can understand why that would make you care less. That makes me care more. The fact that this is all there is.
I'll say I knew that's where you were going to go with that. If this is all you've got,
this is all we have.
You best as hell care about it.
And I think that coming from a non-religious perspective, I think that the most important thing we can form are our relationships with other people. Affecting their lives. Even if we don't know them. You know?
Honestly, and I've shared this with you, I'm going to say it much blunter on, I'm going to say it blunter for an entire public audience here, but no, and this is going to...
He's also wearing a plague shield.
Oh, fellow deprived, hey!
Sorry, continue.
And this is, what I'm about to say is pretty much as dark as this game. My attitude, aside from Christ, if this world is all there is, it can burn to the fucking ground. I don't care. If this world is all there is, I'd rather end it with my own two hands. I would actively try to destroy it. Because this world is a joke and a lie if there's nothing greater than this. All I can see without Jesus is darkness. That's all I can see. I had no hope until I found out that there's something else.
It's crazy the parallels that we're drawing. It's very interesting.
It's
well, it got darker for you without Jesus, and it got much brighter for me.
For some reason, while playing this game, it feels profound. It feels very profound for some reason. But different perspectives on different things. Welcome to my channel for anyone who's new and just like, why is this dude just fucking standing in front of the fire cube? Play the fucking game.
That's what we do.
I'm enjoying my time. I'm enjoying thinking through things. And it's so, because I'm playing this game, it's so interesting, the topics that are coming up right now.
I was about to say, we went from, should Dark Souls contain music, to life sucks without God. Like, it's that's how our conversation went.
Pretty much. Why is that phantom in a purple hue? And why is he...
Because he's hovering over a message. That's a message phantom.
A message phantom?
Yeah, when you drop a message, you can now leave a gesture over that message. So when you activate...
Wait, can you really?
So, look at read message, he pops up.
Oh, that's wild.
Go read that message. See if there's a gesture on that one. There's not a gesture on every one of them.
Well, and this one's been rated up because it's floating. Who treads across thin air? That appraisal's 3,000.
Yeah.
Wait, and that's a directional...
Wait, is that the Konami code?
No, that's...
No, it's not.
No, that's not the Konami... Is that anything? We're gonna chill right here for a second. Like, what is that? I swear, that particular... With the spear and with the headdress, he looks like an Indian chief. That's what he reminds me of. With that particular appearance.
LB... I'm Googling this thing to see if it does...
We're gonna find out if this means something. That is, I was like, what? And this thing has been appraised through the roof.
Apparently it's an Xbox One thing.
Is that a code for the Xbox One? Does it do something in the game?
No, it was a prank.
It was
apparently that code back when the Xbox One first released was a code to unlock backwards compatibility by like glitching your system out. It was never the case, but
well, I get it was a popular fan thing or something.
not that well.
Oh, you never even heard of it. Okay, well, moving on.
A pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells.
Okay, first basic merchant.
I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler.
You're gonna be happy.
And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away.
Yeah.
Ashen One, fetch souls and bring them to me. As is thy wont? No?
You can sell her ship.
Oh, nice. So she also receives stuff. And okay, repair powder. You get a limited number of embers. Purple moss clump. Such good memories. Okay, so I was like, what have I read? What have I not read? Oh, you can buy it from her for a very cheap price at that. You can buy the dried finger right here, right now. Holy hell, that's expensive.
Key to the decrepit tower behind Fire Shrine.
Well, let's go through this shit.
Oh god, this is gonna take a million years.
At least. Wait, torch. There are torches in this game?
There's one torch. Well, two torches. But
Aha.
that is used as a weapon instead of a thing. You can just equip it.
Oh, so
And
it's
it
permanent.
does not have a timer, yeah.
Okay.
And it deals fire damage, which is cool.
I would hope it would do fire damage since it's a torch. So repair powder, lightly enchanted golden powder. Repairs equipped weapons and armor as long as they haven't already broken. Okay, same thing. Usable weapon depletes its durability, officially causing it to break. Is the durability like 1 where it doesn't matter, or more like 2 where it matters?
1 where it doesn't matter as long as you repair it every now and again.
Okay,
It doesn't
so just
repair
like
it. It doesn't. Well, do they repair it at bonfire? No, they do repair it at bonfire. Actually, now that I think about it.
So the durability of 1 and the repairing at bonfires of 2.
Not quite the durability of 1, but you're never gonna need to repair your weapon.
Okay, gotcha.
If you do, then you're going a long time without a bonfire.
There's a hidden ring at the end of the game that you could go without a bonfire.
Fuck you.
Y'all have no idea what that was about? Should we tell them?
There's a ring you can get in Dark Souls. Well, there are 2 rings you can get in Dark Souls 2. One for going through the game without dying, and another for going through the game without touching a bonfire.
Which is... both of them are... If you have one of those 2 rings, you're a badass.
I have taken it upon myself to do both at the same time. I refuse to do them differently because
Damn.
I ain't no bitch.
I'm happy with my victory over the Few Knight. I'm content with that.
I have yet to succeed. It's been 4 years.
That's a little fuck you is probably merited, more than likely.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna keep jabbing at him until it happens. And if it never does, I can just rip him until the day one of us dies. It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna... You know what, Brandon?
So good.
I might not be able to do that. One of these days, I'm gonna send you a video. You're just gonna get a video. You're not gonna know what it is.
Yeah?
I'm gonna beat the Fume Knight. I'm gonna get +7 with the Handmaid's Ladle.
That would be very impressive.
Doing that shit. Now I'm going to.
That would be very impressive.
Cause fuck you.
Show me. You want to throw...
That's gay.
I didn't want you to show me your dick. I wanted you to show me...
I think you did.
I think you wanted to
I
show
think you
me...
did.
The defeat of the Few Knight
I think you did.
with a Handmaid's Ladle!
Is that a metaphor for my dick?
Purple moss clump, everybody. Medicinal purple moss clump.
Fucking hell.
Reduces poison buildup and cures poison. I would hope so. Poison builds up in the body, and when it breaks out, it causes gradual damage over a period of time. Poison can be exasperating, so be sure to carry sufficient moss clumps when traveling to a blighted area, which there are 3 of in this game.
Poison acts more like it does in 1 than in 2.
Thank God. Oh my gosh, thank God. Poison was...
With that being said, Toxic is once again prevalent.
Okay, so Toxic will still rip you a new one. Gotcha. And I've already read... Where... It should say somewhere on the screen how many of these I possess. I don't see it.
Not on this screen. No. Hit X.
X.
Held 5.
Okay, there we are. I'm like, where... Oh, it even shows you a max, capability? No, wait, hold on. 0 of 99. You can only hold 20... Wait, can you really only hold 20?
Yes, but you can have 600 in your item box.
The item box is limited?
Yes.
I mean, I know that you're never gonna have...
The item box was always limited. Even in the other ones, like, if you filled up a slot, I don't know how high the slot was in one.
I thought it was 99 per item. That was my understanding. Well, I guess in that sense, this is a huge improvement. Really, this is even more.
The only like legitimate problem with this, you're never gonna need 20 fire bombs between bonfires. The biggest problem with this is you can only hold 99 of each kind of arrow at once.
Ooh. Oh shit. Oh damn. That is no bueno.
Because they were going, you know, people make this too easy. They're just shooting things with 800 arrows and killing them.
Damn right!
Miyazaki, how can we stop that? Only 99 arrows.
Man, this game is just like they just took both their middle fingers and were like, guess what, assholes? That. Right there.
That's what I said.
Prism Stone, warm pebbly emitting a beautiful phasing aura of 7 colors with a very rare 8th. Prism Stone does nothing special but can serve as a path marker or perhaps dropped off a cliff to judge height by the sound of its descent. If a loud noise is heard upon its landing, then a fall from a ledge is surely lethal. And there were no invisible ledges in 2, so this item was pretty much worthless. In this game, the invisible ledges make a return. I think you said. Okay, so I can look for... How many areas? We got 3 poison areas. How many invisible ledge areas?
I don't know. Let me just say. Let me put it to you this way.
Yeah.
If you're walking around and you see something, and you're like, I know I can get there. Like, say you're walking around and you see, this doesn't happen, but I'm just using this as an example.
Yeah.
So you're walking around and you see a platform
Yeah.
with like an NPC on it.
Yeah.
And you're like, I know I can get there because there's something there.
Mm-hmm.
But I see no way up to there.
Mm-hmm.
Try going to a ledge higher than it and throwing off a prism stone.
That's interesting.
Seeing if there's an invisible platform.
Hey guys, that's it for this video. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you disliked it, hit that dislike button. If you really liked it, be sure to share with a friend. Subscribe and join the freaks!
I don't expect for you to remember what I just said when you use the moment, though. So,
Well, let's hope. I love you, and God bless.